Hey everybody, what is going on? My name is Eric McGrew. This is Elevated Office Podcast, Eric's Tree Service in Montrose, Colorado. And it's all brought to you by, of course, Weaver Arborist, Gap Arbor Supply, and Just Send It Saws. So today we're back in the skid. It's got 11.1 hours on it. We are on good foot for figuring out what's going on with the skid, at least we think. The right side track keeps throwing. It's thrown itself 3 times in 6 hours. And it's very suspect that it's not, we're very confident it is not operator error, because 2 operators have used it, me and an even more very experienced operator, and it keeps throwing on the simplest of things. Like one was literally a 3-inch stick, it threw it off, and that's just not normal. And we had it within the tolerance that it should be. We had the tensioners right and everything like that. We talked to Bobcat, everybody said it was good. When the last time it threw, it didn't throw completely. We caught it when the rollers were on the guide teeth, and so we left it there until the guy came out, and when he looked at it, he put it back on. He got it popped back into place, and then he said the tension was right, so it shouldn't have been throwing like that. So we're suspecting that it's probably going to end up being a bad track, because it was pulling hard left. Now it's pulling hard right because they spun the track around. So I was told in the meantime to do the compensation. So we're going to do compensation left 2 on this, see if that helps me out. I'm going to work on getting all of this area up here flattened out a little bit so we can run a little bit more smoothly. I am running in ISO now. It's just faster for me. I'm more comfortable with it. And so yeah, we're going to get going, and we're going to see what we can do. All right. So got to get my bucket up. Oh, got to hit. I'm ready to drive. Bucket up. And it's warmed up finally. It's at 154 degrees, which is what we want, over 50. I let it run for about 10 minutes, and we're going to try to keep this track from throwing. But if it does throw, they have a brand new track that they're going to look at putting in on it for us. So, all right, here we go. Machine, but you don't want to abuse them because it just wears the life out of them. There we go. There he goes. There's the tap root there. That's a big old stump. I mean, not huge. Thought I'd throw the track there for a second, but it sounds like it was just a bucket scraping along the bottom of some rock. So Rocky stuff. Alright guys, so I gotta say, it's gonna be a little jerky, I'm sorry. I'm working the Bobcat currently. Mike Meredith with Bobcat of the Rockies, he's the service manager, I think. He called me up to see how it was going like 2 hours into the day, and he's checking on the track and seeing if it's throwing the track yet or whatever, if I've had any issues. And I told him it hadn't, and I told him I'm not looking for a new track, I just wanted to inform you, hey, this thing's rough, that the right side track, even though it hasn't actually what's it called, it hasn't actually derailed or thrown the track at all, in certain like 45-degree turns, if I'm like emptying the bucket off to the side and I back up 6 feet turn, you know, 35, 45 degrees, dump it, the right side track does click from something from time to time, like it's trying to throw the drive teeth off. And he was like, well, that shouldn't be doing that, we're changing the track for you, which is amazing. That's pretty awesome. It's not been a fight at all. I bought that root grapple bucket, like I said, and it's, of course, delayed. They didn't have one in Grand Junction, but their facility in Colorado Springs had a rental that's the 84-inch bucket that I bought to cover the tracks on this one because it's 79 inches. And they shipped it over so that I can use it in the meantime, and it should be up to the site today, which will be awesome because it'll be handy in the cleanup process for sure. And so I'm just out here, you know, getting stuff done if I can. At least I'm sure it's loud in here. Bradley's over there running the power track, trying to get the stumps that I'm digging out pulled up. I gotta tell you, for this work, a stump bucket for this machine would be amazing. So that's going to be another purchase on my list, because in these house sites where I'm doing some of this work, they want the stumps gone, and instead of paying the excavator to do it, I can do it and make the money, which is awesome. And they like, you know, most of them know me, they like me. So it's been a rough season, guys, that's for sure. You know, everybody's struggling with it. We've been looking for extra help and just cannot find it like everybody. Unfortunately, I know of a couple of guys that just gave up and shut down their companies. That's hard. I mean, I don't blame them. I'm not saying I think they did anything wrong. They know. But a lot of them had multiple crew members and a lot of equipment payments, and they just couldn't find the crew to run it. So, I mean, what do you do? That's why I'm trying to stay smaller. I mean, this is a big expense to take on, but I'm hoping that with the fire mitigating issues out here and with some of the forestry work that I can apply for with this, or bid for with this machine, it'll help cover that stuff. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, and that will hopefully be able to keep us at just 3 guys on the crew, or if something was to happen and one of the guys had to leave for some reason, which happens from time to time, hopefully I can just do it with 2 guys or by myself. I mean, I could do it by myself. It's not going to be as ideal, that's for sure. That sounded like the track popping. Hold on, I'm rolling over something here. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't like that sound. I did not like that sound. That's for sure. So I'm gonna push all that up there and try to get those rocks out of my way for now. One thing about excavating is that you have to constantly pre-think what might affect you, and even though, like, as kids you think a big machine it'll do anything, and they do a lot, man, if you're gonna get into excavating, you better be, and I'm not an excavator, I mean, this is technically an aspect of excavating, but that's not what I consider myself, an excavator. But yeah, it's, you gotta be ready for these systems that are, you know, you gotta pre-think when you're running everything and moving around. So I'm just digging out a big old stump over here. Hopefully that what was that? That was strange. Anyway, hopefully that kind of gives you guys something to think about, and that's what's going on. When the bucket gets here, I'll let you guys see it. Alright. Well guys, so we got it done with most of the stumps out, at least, as you saw in the video, and that's good. They're coming out to put a new track on my Bobcat tomorrow, because we really think the track's messed up. It keeps popping. Didn't throw the track today, which is good, but it is still popping, and you can feel the guide wheels come out of the track and then slip back down into it, or the track come out of the guide wheels, I should say, and you know, so that's not ideal. But tomorrow that should be fixed. They're going to install a rear view mirror in the tractor for me. I still can't believe that thing doesn't have one. For the money you pay for those things and the safety factor, you would think that they would have one in it. But that's going to be done, and then we start on a whole bunch of tedious fire mitigating, pruning and everything on that job soon. But before then, Monday and Tuesday I have my Weaver photo shoot, and I got to do that. So I got to move all the equipment down tomorrow back into town, and then I gotta deal with that. So yeah, good times for all. But we will be dealing with that later, and then I will show you what's going on as things occur. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my sponsors, Gap Arbor Supply, Weaver Arborist, and Justin at Saws. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.